I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, ladies, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky were recently spotted arriving in Barbados together. Now, this was their first public appearance after that breakup. Cheating rumor started circulating on the media, social media, but the man who started the rumor apologized, which is a first. I never really hear that, and wrote that he made a dumb decision to tweet false information. Now, he posted the following message: I have no excuse for it. I've been way too wrapped up in the Twitter drama and unfortunately leaned into being messy as a brand, which is something going forward I'm going to move away from. So all this started, well, people were coming for ASAP Rocky, mad at him, and it wasn't even true. Did you believe the story when it came out? And has anyone ever, I already know the answer to this, has anyone ever started a rumor about you on social media that you had to deal with, and how'd you deal with it? Let's start with Vivica Fox first.
Child, you know, on the timeline, honey, we blew up with each other. You know, I think somebody had the link and everybody was like, I mean, you know how something like the top of your head just kind of like the little emoji where it's like, psh, I mean, that's quite literally how, what? And then to say that he was cheating with Amina, I can never, Muadi or whatever her name is, the girl
the shoe girl, the girl that designed the shoes,
the shoe girl with that little funny little ice cube heel. To say that, and she works for Fenty
and has a boyfriend.
Yes, well, we found that out later. But the thing is that I wish that immediately when it came out, immediately countered. The fact that it lingered for about half a day to almost a day, to me, of course, you know, you have to realize when people are huge public figures, Rihanna, when they got their troops behind them, like the Beehive and the Unicorns with Nicki Minaj, once you say something about this, it goes so quickly. So I said, well, let me be nosy. Inquiring mind want to know. I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. So I went on Amina's thing to look and see if she did a statement. Had she said anything? You know, I'm cocktails with queens, so I got to know things. So she said nothing. And baby, let me tell you, the comments. Somebody was like, "Girl, you should turn off your comments, boo." They were vicious with it. So then finally, the next day they came out and was like, "No, it's it was a da 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 da." But it was really vicious.
But you know what? I kind of like the way that Beyonce and Jay-Z do their thing. They don't give a damn what you say, and when you say it, they not saying nothing.
Hold that back. You're right about that. They don't, because they don't have to address it because they don't put a lot of their business out. However, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. That's about to have his child. Yeah. That's something, in my honest opinion, especially an employee, that should be addressed immediately if it's not true. That's
my thing is that it's very mean of the person who started the rumor, because again, like you said, Vivica, she's pregnant. You don't care that that's going to stress her out. You don't care the kind of stress and strain that that's going to put on her, and she's carrying a whole person in her stomach. So I just think that, and I'm also sick of people doing stuff and saying sorry. Like I'm getting real sick of that whole, well, I have a formal apology. I shouldn't have never done. You knew the shit wasn't right when you did it in the first
place. True.
I mean, and then it's not even like popping news. Like you could at least, you could have found something else to do. That was like almost ruining a relationship and not really, but ruining, it just put tension there that was unnecessary. And I think that we need to be more mindful of that in terms of being the press. We need to be more mindful of that. Because these are people's lives that you're dealing with.
And sometimes they say where there's smoke, there's fire. So now that's planted that seed that whenever she's around them, or if he even look at her high or smiles at her,
it's negative.
Everybody's gonna be like, I knew something was going on.
But don't you think though that once you start clarifying rumors and speaking on it, that you're going to always have to, like, at what point do you
that was a big one though, Greg. That was a big one. That was a big one. They don't address little BS one. That one was a huge one.
I really wish that the bloggers that put this out, and we're not bloggers here, I just want to be clear about that. We are an opinion-based show and we talk about the hot topics, but I feel like sometimes people, like this guy admitted that he knew it was wrong and he just did it anyways. There's a lot of people out there that print stuff or say stuff just for attention now, because attention is the new attention is the new currency. It's the new dollar. You know what I mean? Like people care about likes more than I care about dollars. They care about likes and attention. And I feel like we need some laws or something in place. I mean, because
I was going to say that. Does anything happen to him?
No. And there's been some horrible things that have really affected people's brands. I know when I was on a show, it was like whore this, homework of that, and it's not true. And people don't care when you clarify it. They think, oh, you're explaining it. It must be a lie. No, that shit hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
It hurt your real relationships. It hurt your brand. It sometimes stops your bags when you keep having these things around you. Now, this guy, you talking about a pregnant woman, like who knows how that affected her? Who knows if she had doubts or she's feeling insecure? Like, shame on these people. You
Shame
know,
on you.
I'm so frustrated. I'm so sick of it. Anyways, listen,